Oh, here we go. We're recording. We're going. All right. Let's take a look at this now. Well, here we go. Back to add a little bit. See, here we go. Boy, this does not look normal, but that's how they shrink my clothes. Just to let you guys know, this is the kind of things you can look out for. You gotta take the old seam ripper in here, and this would show you how much you'd actually gain by what they've ripped out of there. And they sew it nice and tight. Nice and tight, nice and tight. So, for years everybody told me I was crazy. I'm out of my mind. What the fuck's wrong with you? You get your head out of your ass. What's the matter? Nobody'd fucking do that. Well, if you're anointed, you're not anointed, whatever. I don't know. But here we go. Look at this. This just the fucked up seams. Even little Chinese ladies in fucking factories in China do not sew this piss poor. Alright? This is not normal. But here we go. Let me seam rip this on down just to give you an idea. Then they take the crotch here and they ridiculously sew that. Alright? But let's go back to that pocket. Here we go. This is here's the front pocket. This is not how they used to be done anyhow. But you see here, this is so they can eat up more material. See, it's sewn into this pocket, but it was also sewn in to the seam of the leg here, like this guy. Up until I got back from Puerto Rico, year and a half, 2 years ago, a year and a half ago roughly, February, March of 2018, that's when all this shit started being done like this. I mean, you can't even buy a pack of underwear, and all three pair of underwear are the same inside. But there you go, you see how that's folded over. There's a seam there. See that? Because my friend Garuchala Joe, I was trying to explain this to him before, and I figured this would just be the best way for anybody to see it and understand it. Alright, Carhartt, they do the triple seams on the triple stitch seamed. Well, that's like a proprietary thing. They've got a patent on it or something. The little R inside the circle behind shit. And like these here, I could almost buy it if they weren't fucking retards that are doing this. Right about here on the seam is where that would be. Not that far into the pocket where you can look inside and see how that's overlapped. That's not correct. So I'm going to go ahead and finish ripping this seam out here. Now look, just so you get a good idea, alright? The belt loops, where the waistband's way too small. That's a little, right around an inch. They don't do that. It's bigger than an inch. And then they took this, sewed that together. And what it does is it helps make that smaller as well. And I don't even care at this point anymore. I've fucked up so many pairs of clothes. I was showing earlier. But look, you can see there. These are not even. This little faggot ass patch here did not exist before. We'll show you how much material. It's all done to physically hurt you. Me specifically, but I'm hoping I can get this information out that other people can actually get a jump on things of the powers that be. Alright, why in God's name would they take? Okay, there's about a quarter of an inch. There's a quarter of an inch. Okay. There's a quarter of an inch. Now let's cut this open. Take those threads out. Boom. Open that up. Here, we'll go halfway. I don't think I did the other side yet. No, I started to. Yeah, let's go to that so you can see. Alright. Well, there, they didn't even do the triple stitch. They did double here. Well, it was after I had a conversation that I'm sure they recorded and listened to. But look at that. That's fucking ridiculous. How that's sewn in there. You would think they would sew things to be comfortable, not uncomfortable, unless you are trying to harm someone. I've been making videos off and on for 2-3 years. don't do it all the time, but I've been thinking about this one for a while. I'm going to go at this is just the clothing portion right now. This is a brand new pair, and my job, you don't have to have name brand fancy clothes. It's just this little thing right here, FR, fire retardant, or fucking retards that I have to deal with that fuck with my shit constantly. I mean, these little scumbags, they're even so bad they fuck with my God. Ever since this has been going on about 9 years. My daughter's 12. So I would say at least the last 4 to 5 years they've been fucking with her clothing too. But she was growing out of them so fast, and she's starting to now too. But here you go. You can see, wow, this is that little teeny tiny patch. All right, that was folded over and tucked into there. All right, we're gonna go ahead and finish taking that top seam out, just to give you an idea of what's going on. And then they put stupid shit like that tag was never there, so it would physically rub the fucking piss out of your back and hurt like hell. Because not only is it the second most dangerous job on the planet, it's pretty physical too. Being a lineman, working on power lines, working with the satanic electricity, as I've recently heard it called. That you got to remember, you are of this world. You are in this world, not of this world. That's just the truth. Okay, there we go. Just to give you an idea there. I'm trying to keep this down. Not that I'm worried. I just try and stay somewhat anonymous. Because these fuckers constantly, I use a running joke, I've been fired more times than Davy Crockett's rifle, and that's because of these guys. The more decent you are and the better you are at your occupation, the more they try and demonize you, so to speak. Alright, but there we go. Let's take a look at that. That's still sewn in that side. Here's this gay fucking V thing they got. And here's the other fucking 9,000 seams they put in. Okay, now let's take a look at that. Alright, if we unfold that, whoa, looky there. From seam to seam, there's at least 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch. I'll bust out a ruler or tape measure to show y'all. And from there to there, you have the same thing. And you can almost match up the cut marks of, see, that material used to be sort of like that. I guess I'm just going to have to go ahead and cut this little piece off because they've made it into 4 pieces now. So, see how many times it's overlapped? Never saw this until I come back from Puerto Rico. They started doing this to me. They do it to my socks, my clothing. I've watched material science videos. A lot of people have a hard time wrapping their head around it, but the best one is to look up is this gentleman has a piece of wire, and it's about that long, 3 to 4 inches long, and it's all coiled up. And when it's cold, he stretches it all the way out, and you've probably got, I may be exaggerating, but we'll say 10 feet of wire stretched out end to end, and it's stretched out just like wire would be. He takes and he dumps hot water on it, heat sensitive. That long straight piece right there, it goes back to its memory, back to that 3 or 4 inch coil. Well, they do it to the waistbands of clothing. That's just one of the ways they do that. But here we go. Now, I did get the little stupid V piece cut off, almost. So let's see. You know, back to the stupid stitching. Here's the inside seam. All right, there. I just started right at the crotch. You see where they were sewed together? Look at that. And here, take this all the way out, and this all the way out to where they used to be. It's a significant amount. So we got to take this seam. We'll take this seam down all the way, and we'll take this one down a good ways. Okay, and that's, see, haven't you noticed the white thread? That's their bobbin, because they utilize, it's like, I don't know, it's like special forces when I trained with them when I was in the military. They tell them to utilize whatever in the economy or whatever's local. Just like these stupid pockets. These pockets never were sewn into the pant leg seam such as so. Hell, you can see there. That's a very good example. See how that's folded over there? Bam, bam. Okay, so that's folded 1, 2, and then by the time they sew, it's 3. And here we go. There's 1, 2 layers of that. But then let's go ahead and throw in their stupid add-on piece of denim that never used to be. These things are, what would that be? 1, 2, the 2 back panels, the 2 back legs, 4, front legs, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's technically 8, and then the stupid little waistband, 9 separate pieces of material. I took home ec class half a year in 9th grade. Took it for 10th grade for all year, 11th grade all year, 12th grade all year. Well, in home ec class, they teach you how to fill out checks, do checkbook, take care of a household, that kind of stuff, sew things, run a sewing machine and all that. But that's just funny there. Now, tell me that wouldn't be uncomfortable. You have this piece of denim folded over twice. Then let's throw this pocket that's actually inside out, which like these tags, they're not in properly. That would be up and down, just however way it's written. And this says it's the waist is 27 to 46. So these were generic. So I don't even think this came out of that. I think these come out of a pair of pants from a place I was working in California. But let's go back to here now. All right, there's that stupid little seam there I was talking about. We'll take the stitching out of that. I'm going to have to be careful so I don't cut the denim up too much. I'm to the point now I don't even give a fuck anymore. I lose my temper and shit. And I try not to, but if you only could fathom how much of my clothing they have destroyed. I mostly wear work clothes all the time, so I had a lot of, what do you call them, going out clothes, good clothes. In the military, we called them street clothes. All right, there you go. You got that. That's taken apart. There's that waistband that is ridiculously small. That might be the size of something you'd put on a kindergarten child, but a man-sized waistband is never that small. Maybe on dress clothes. But then you can see how crazy they make their own. What they do is they cut the material all around. I know I'm bouncing all over the place, but I'm just trying to get the point across here. But look at these stupid fucking faggot ass seams. Who in God's name would do that at the factory? And this supposedly pass quality control too of the factory. Oh, there we go. Cutting this more out. Yeah, what do we got there? Oh, some extra shit sewn in. And there's where the top of the pockets. See, like that alone. Wow, look at that. See how that's extra pieces put in there like that? And it's cut and just left there. I've sewed a lot of shit in my time, believe it or not. And seen sewing patterns and all that you buy from the store. Never do you leave material like that. But that's sort of what they do in the back pocket to injure or hurt me. So we're going to start over here again with the back one. Ooh. There we go. Check it out. Check it out. I'm going to just peel that back. Now looky here. Wow. Open that. Oh, here. Let me brush this out. Look at that. Doesn't seem like much, but this little piece here folded over. And some extra thread and stitching thrown in there. It makes it like a little pebble. Imagine a pebble being, a little rock pebble being underneath this seam right here. And then you sit on it all day long. Or if you're driving a truck for hours on end, days on end to drive somewhere that just got hit by a hurricane. So you can go help these people get their lights back on. And here we go. I wonder how many times this has been folded over. Ridiculous amount. Okay, well, it's been folded over there. Why did they fold that over too? And why is that like that? That's part of the knot or the little imaginary pebble I was talking to you about. Yep. Cocksuckers, I got behind the material now. I have to straighten her back out. But we'll go over here and show you. Just it's another one. Because I guarantee you it'll be 4 of them like that. And I just purchased these things last week. And I guarantee you when I bought them from the store, they didn't look like that with their one little orangish blue jean colored thread. Go ahead, seam rip this on down. Here's my favorite part. How many times they roll these over? You can see that right there. See that big nasty looking wad? So I guess it's their plausible deniability. Well, we used the exact amount of material that was necessary. We just cut it and sewed it a lot smaller. Well, there you go. You see that? Well, that seam is ridiculously double, tripled over. But then that's folded over in a knot. Doesn't hurt your ankle like there so much. But here, all right, let's cut this apart. You see how they shrink these fucking clothes so much. Try to see here what the hell time limit, what kind of time we got on there. There's 16 minutes. I better stop this for now. We'll see what we got. I'll send her out to you guys. Where the hell is my cursor? Come on. Boom. Peace.